Good morning from Krakow, Poland. You are looking at the view out my window at Wawel Castle, and you can see there's a whole grouping of tourists down below as they enjoy their day here on the grounds of this famous spot here in Poland. And this castle, it was built back in it was built between 1333 and 1370. And it has all types of different structures that are situated around the center courtyard. One of those structures is the building that I'm sitting in right now, and I've been enjoying accommodations here for 3 evenings on the arrangement with a good friend of mine, Andrzej, who is the director of art at the Krakow University. So I've been the privileged guest here, and it's been nothing short of exceptional. You know, as far as places that you could stay, you know, to stay here at this historic site, the Wawel Castle and Wawel Hill, it constitutes the most historically and cultural important site in Poland. And for centuries, it was the residence of kings of Poland and a symbol of Polish statehood. And now it's one of Poland's premier art museums that was established in 1930. And if you think I memorized all that stuff, you're crazy, because I actually just was reading that off of Wikipedia. So you can hear the bell going off, and as the bell goes off, I'm going to grab hold of the camera here and give you a shot out the window a little bit, so you can see. So this is the view that I've been enjoying, and it's when you close the window, it's actually very quiet, and it's very nice to sit here and do some work. And I was thinking when I arrived that I was going to be staying in a room that was something that would, you know, be for a foreign visiting dignitary. And the room that I was situated in, it's actually quite modest. You can see this is where I've been doing my work for the last couple days, and there's the view out the window. And if I pan around here, you can see I've had just a very simple bed, very comfortable, I might add, but very simple. And there's a tapestry on the wall. The ceilings in this room are just really something else. You know, look how high the ceilings go here in this room. So it's been a very simple room. There's no TV, there's no Wi-Fi, nothing like that. There's a nice wardrobe there where I can keep my clothes. And if I come back around out here, there's a nice little dresser. So it's a very simple room, but you know, as my friend Roman was telling me, he knows people that would come halfway around the world to spend one night in Wawel Castle. So here is my bathroom. And interestingly enough, as a side note, you know, these Europeans, some of these places, here is the bathtub, and when you got to take a shower, it's a task in and by itself. You got to kind of, well, you got to hold that thing with one hand and try to wash yourself with another. But anyway, maybe there's an art to it that I'm just not aware of. So let's go out and see the grounds of the castle. On my way out the door, I thought I'd give you a little shot of the shared kitchen here at my accommodations in Wawel Castle. So the building that I'm situated in, I'm sure it's just for visiting guests of various employees or what have you of the museum here, the castle. They have a display right now of a painting of Leonardo da Vinci, which is the lady with a ermine. So let's go down and see the grounds. So I found my way outside to the front of the building where I'm staying, and you can see the large tower right here. I'm sure the tower has a name. I just don't know it. I'm sure if my friend Andrzej was here, he would be able to tell me. But there is the large tower, and if I zoom out and pan, this is the building that I've been most fortunate to have accommodations in. And this side of the building faces out to the river, and it's pretty much like a dorm room or apartments. They have apartments of different size, I'm sure. So if I pan out, there's a cafe right over there, and then there's a really nice walkway which I'll show you, and that will take us down or show us a view of the river. So the main entrance to the museum is actually right over here, and I'm going to be somewhat limited in what I'm able to videotape, but I'll do my best to give you a nice idea as to what it's like to be here at the grounds of the castle. Okay, so just inside the main door you see some various paintings or exhibits, if you will, of the various art that you'll see here. And as I often like to do, I'm gonna just walk through the gift shop. There's a whole wide range of various postcards that you can buy depicting various collections of art that are in the museum. And of course of St. John, who's that? St. John Paul. And just all the various knickknacks that you can buy here. Refrigerator magnet. That's certainly something that I need to pick up. I collect refrigerator magnets, and that certainly will be a conversation piece on my refrigerator, along with all the other magnets that I've had from my travels. A lot of pottery here. You'll see a lot of pottery in Krakow as you walk along the streets. And then of course coffee cups. I've gotten into the habit, or I've started to get into the habit of sending my dad coffee cups. My dad, he's very well known for always having his coffee. So I'm sending him coffee cups from the various places that I travel. Here are some figurines that you can buy of various kings and other famous people through Polish history. There's a nice depiction of the castle right there. Continue through the gift shop. Again, there's some more beautiful pottery that you can see, that you can buy. And then we've got various books that you can buy here as well. A lot of gift shops. And they have a post office here as well. And there's the sculpture of the famous painting by Leonardo da Vinci. I don't know if I'm going to actually go in and see that exhibit. If time permits, perhaps I will. And then they have a post office. Nice video playing there of the grounds of the castle. So enough of the gift store. Let's go and actually see the grounds. I've made it out into the courtyard area, and you can see the window open there on the second floor. That is my room of my accommodations here at Wawel Castle, and it's right above the post office. And as I give you a nice pan, it's a beautiful day. Today is October 9th, and just beautiful sunshine. And the temperatures are probably around 65, 70 degrees. Just couldn't ask for a more pleasant day here. And you can see all along the grounds here, they just have an abundance of Beautiful flowers. Purple. I see a lot of purple flowers. That's the favorite color of the girl who, lady, I promised I wouldn't mention her name. So I'm going to just walk through the grounds here and give you a opportunity to walk along with me. It's interesting as I travel and I talk to people that are, in various countries. They tend to make comment occasionally on my tendency to speak English very slowly, and I think that many of them are much appreciative of my tendency to do that, because it allows them to help them understand me better. And I also find that as you travel through a lot of these countries like Poland, a lot of the people that you talk to, when you ask them if they speak English, in combination of saying yes they do, if in fact they do, they often welcome the opportunity to talk to somebody in English, because it gives them an opportunity to practice their English speaking skills. So as I walk over here, there is a sculpture, and as you walk throughout Krakow, a lot of times you'll see sculptures like this outside of various buildings and important sites that you'll travel to. So as I let you look at this, I'll read the placard. It says, "The royal palace with its inner arcaded courtyard was built during the reign of Sigismund I from 1504 to 1535. The hill is surrounded by fortifications built from the 14th to the mid-19th century. In the outer courtyard, there are the outlines of two medieval churches and a few residential buildings demolished in the first half of the 19th century. The remains of the military and hospital buildings from the period of Austrian rule, 1848 to 1905, are also here." So you can see the various buildings here. So there's the defensive walls, and then this would be this is the building that I'm actually staying in. And that tower that I didn't know the name of, it is the Sandomierz Tower right there. So as I pan back around, this is actually beneficial for me. The Bernardine Gate, you can see, is right there. And there's the Senator's Tower. Sigismund Chapel is right over there. And then this would be, I believe, where the king stayed, somewhere over in here, Andre was telling me. So let's go walk through the various buildings. I'm going to be somewhat limited in my ability to take any footage inside the buildings, but nonetheless I'll still be able to share some of this magical place with you. I was having dinner with my colleague. She calls me her client, but I call her my colleague, Joanna. I was having dinner with her and her husband, Andrzej, last year, and he told me that next time I come to Poland, I'm going to have very, very special accommodations. And as the conversation ensued, I learned that I would be staying here at Wawel Castle, and it certainly has been quite an opportunity for me. It's interesting that at night, I've been here now 2 nights, they lock all the gates to the castle grounds at night at about 6 o'clock, and I'm out wandering the streets looking for some pierogies to eat or something, and I come back in around 9:30 with my little hoodie from Bondi Beach, and the guards kind of look at me kind of strange, you know, wondering as to what the heck I'm doing here. So I was told to say that I am a webmaster working with Anjay on a web design. So this is the chapel over here, and I went into the chapel the other day, and it's nothing short of spectacular, I must tell you. I'm about to get engulfed in a crowd of tourists here coming through. Quite a bit of tourists here in Krakow at this time. Interestingly enough, it's October, and you would expect there to be tourists, but quite a few, and you see quite a few nuns and priests walking the streets of Krakow. So here we are at the, I guess it would be the front of, or the side of this beautiful castle, and I'll give you some various zooms on the statues. There might be one of the kings of Poland. You can see. I love looking at these buildings. When I first started touring Europe, I remember that I would just come and I'd have my camera with my zoom lens, and I would just sit for hours at a, not hours, but just sit for extended periods of time just trying to get really nice photographs of the various ornaments and sculptures on the various buildings, you know, such as this. That would be a beautiful shot right there. So I'm just going to walk through some of the other areas here. Here comes a whole group of school children coming through. I would imagine that this would be a real popular destination for schools. Speaking of which, yesterday I was in a shopping mall at a Starbucks doing some work, and as I was sitting there, it was nice and quiet at about 8 in the morning up until about 10, and then hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of children just converged on this shopping mall and the food court naturally. And as I was talking to somebody, I asked them if it was a school holiday, and they said no, it wasn't a school holiday. And I said, well, don't the parents know that these kids aren't in school? And she said, probably not. And I said, well, what about the teachers? You know, and the woman told me they don't care. So it was kind of really sad to, you know, as I sat there, I mean, it just, all these kids, but anyway, back to the grounds here. Look at the clock up on the facade of that tower. Is that beautiful? I think it's showing you about 20 minutes after 10 o'clock in the morning here. Go up a little bit further. Unfortunately, I wish that I could take my camera inside this church, because it is just gorgeous. All the various sculptures that they have in there. And then over here is a very nice sculpture. You can see. Sure, my mom appreciates seeing this, being the devout Catholic that she is. goes to church every day, and hopefully prays for me. Now, I don't know if they caught the culprit or not, but as I zoom in here on the hand, there's a bird that did a little no-no on the Pope's hand there, so hopefully they caught that bird and fined him appropriately. Okay, so let's go and I'll show you some of the other sites here as I walk around the grounds. As I walked out the gate, I came upon this impressive view here, and this is the castle wall. Very, very impressive. Or gorgeous could be another adjective that you could use to describe this castle. Just gorgeous. And there is a another aerial view of the castle grounds with that yellow dot right there indicating where I'm situated. So that's the cathedral. And then the castle is actually off to the left, so I'm going to see if I can't walk down and walk around the castle. And you can see the river off to the right. And the building I'm staying in is off to the far right there. It's a view of the neighborhood just outside of the castle here. You can see the people going about their day-to-day affairs there on the streets there of Krakow. Krakow really is a nice city. No, it's a great city. Okay, I've just left the gate of the castle. As I'm going to go around, I thought I'd show you this gate here that they put down every night.
Excuse me, would you like to have a guided tour?
See? The woman's asking me if I want to have a guided tour. As I'm finding my way down the steps of the outside of the castle, you can see the various stones in the castle wall of the various individuals, anywhere from various ages. And it goes all the way down the wall. And as one might expect, here you see the street performer. Accordions seem to be a big thing here in Krakow. See waves to a group of tourists that are coming down the steps of a tour into the castle. Okay, I'm trying to find my way down to the river to give you a shot from across the river to the castle. And you can see this signpost will give you some perspective. We're 295 kilometers from having some goulash levesh in Budapest. And looks like we're 1,300 kilometers from St. Petersburg. And there's Florence and a bunch of other cities like Zagreb, etc. This shot gives you another beautiful perspective of the castle and the tower. The building off there to the right is the building I'm staying in, and there's the castle adjoining that. So I'm finding my way down to the river, and I'll give you a nice view of the castle from across the river. All right, so walking along up to the river, to give you a nice shot from the other side of the river of the castle, I come across this group of pigeons here. And I'm looking for the guilty culprit. And I'm wondering which one it is. All right, who pooped on the sculpture of the Pope? Huh? Fess up. I think it might have been this one here. I think that's the culprit right there. He looks like the guilty one. I think he did it. What do you think? All right, for the sake of time, I'm not going to actually go all the way across the river. But this is the similar view that you would see if you were standing across the river of the castle. And I'd also like to just share with you here, they've got a beautiful path that goes along the river here. People ride their bikes, and you have different vendors and people spending their lunch, and there's a group of tourists walking along the river. I can remember the first time I came to Krakow, or maybe it was the second time. I came with a friend of mine, and I'll just say her nickname was Minky Monkey. She'll probably be watching this video. And I remember standing over standing over on that hillside there, just taking picture after picture of the two of us and what have you. Really good memory. That's what life is all about, just developing good memories of your life. You have bad memories, you tend not to remember the bad memories. You always remember the good memories, and I've been really fortunate to have more than my share of good memories over the years. And putting these on film is just a really great opportunity for me, not only to share some of the wonderful adventures that I've had over the years, but also just to document those for my own purpose and later reflection on life. It's a beautiful day here in Krakow. And having found my way back up to the top of the castle, I thought I'd close out this video with this view of the river from up the top. So I hope you enjoyed this magical visit with me to this famous place, Wawel Castle. I certainly hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly.